I bet. Welcome to the first episode of Toxiris Introduces. This series will basically be the opposite of Toxiris Discovers, a format where I'm going to introduce you to artists that you might have never heard of before, and hopefully I can leave you with a filled playlist and a lot of good new music. Let's get it.
It's the gang we done came on. The gang.
On today's episode, we have Mir Fontane. He got his name from, well, I guess it is best if I let him explain himself.
My real name is Mir. I got the name Fontane from the movie The Godfather. Johnny Fontane, you know what I mean? He had mob ties, but all he really wanted to do was be successful.
Right.
You know what I mean? Do what he wanted to do, get this money, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much, I related to that, and I just threw that on the end of my real name, and got Mir Fontane.
Now you know about his name, and with everything else missing until now, let's get into it. Mir Fontane was born and raised in Camden, New Jersey, a city which he represents at all the time and at all cost, mostly because he feels the negative energy surrounding not only his part of Jersey, but Camden in particular. Known for drugs, gangs, and violence, Camden shapes Fontane's music so much he even named his most popular album after it. Now, if you are interested in Camden and Mir's story with the city in particular, I suggest you watch the Camden Child Invincible documentary, because there you can not only hear the stories, but also get some visual elements, like the houses he used to live in as a kid. To get to the music, I have to say that he has it all. Whether you want to listen to some deep, sad shit,
I got pain deep in my soul.
some hype shit,
I don't give a fuck about who got next. Yeah. Cause I got right now. This time right.
some love song,
You gotta check by the collar. If you ever need me, just give me a holler. Ain't trying to.
or storytelling on top tier level.
Now here's a story about a lost young soldier. Far from a killer, but the streets made him colder.
Now, these were just a couple examples to might help you grasp the amount of talent and determination this man has. He mentioned throughout more than just one interview that he puts a huge emphasis on good lyricism. That becomes even clearer when you hear what rappers he lists as his musical influences. Musically, he says he is inspired by Kendrick, Cole, Frank Ocean, whom he even named the song after, and the old school like Lloyd Banks, Lil Wayne, Big L, Pac, Biggie, and all of them. According to the interview he did on Hip Hop since 1987, the song Wannywag was the first track that got him closer to earning money off of the art he was creating. The song was referring to Dejan Wagner, an NBA player that reached legend status in Camden because he made it out and scored 100 points in a college basketball game. Fontane made that track with his longtime cooperator Ish Williams. Interesting, because even though he mentioned the importance of lyrics throughout his discography, this track is just as substanceless as many other trap bangers in this era were, besides the backstory of Wannywag. Fortunately, this was just an opener to a fantastic musical discography with close to no misses in the mix. Now, Wannywag was his first little buzz, but the song that might have put him onto the level of popularity he is at now, or was on his peak, is easily the song Down by the River, which even got a reaction from Zeus and is to this day his most streamed song on Spotify. He currently has 6 projects on streaming services, and although I would argue all of them are worth listening to, there are 2 that I would call my favorites: Camden and Macaroni Tony. For no particular reason, just a little recommendation from my side. He also has his first tape, He's So Crazy, inspired by the show Martin, on SoundCloud, and even though it sounds a bit messy and makes it obvious that it's from the early stages of his career, it has interesting bits and just serves as proof of his artistic development. I personally think that with his artistical talent and this huge variety of sounds, it is unbelievable that he hasn't reached a bigger audience yet. Which is not me trying to deny the millions of streams some of his songs have, but simply me saying that it could be so much more if he just got a little more exposure. Now, to finish this video off, I will throw in some clips of my personal favorite Mir Fontane songs. I will link to Spotify and YouTube down below so you can check them all out for yourselves. Let me know what you think of him and his music and of this series. With that being said, I'll already check out and just have the songs play basically as the outro. With that being said, thank you for listening, thank you for watching. Have a great one.
I'm the face of my city, I can't help it that I'm litty. First they love me, then they hate me, man, take that shit back. It moves outside the bodega, bodega, bodega. You and that's your problem, girl. You don't trust nobody. I grew up in a living hell, but still they wish me well. Fresh out of high school, almost in my world. Like, it's like 100 degrees and I can barely breathe. I'm trying sober up. Remember back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame. Even though I feel the same, I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now.